Hello, welcome to Jenny's Food Network. Okay, now I'm gonna use the pure corn oil. That makes food crispier, so I like to use that for my fried rice. Okay, so here I have the white jasmine rice that I had scooped out. This is a 32-ounce container. Just leave it. Make sure you don't get rice above that line because it's gonna be too much. So this is good for 2 adults. Okay. So someone here requested me to prepare a restaurant-style fried rice. Restaurants will not put much time into your fried rice because they're busy, there's a lot of orders coming in, so I like to put a lot of love and good stuff into my fried rice, so mine's gonna take more time. Here's some shredded carrots, okay, and some red bell peppers, some chopped broccoli. I like to make it smaller because you put it at the very end and it steam cooks it so quickly. Those bigger chunks are just hard to eat and it just takes longer to cook and it cooks more unevenly, but the little bits of little broccolis, pieces cut into smaller pieces, they steam cook better. And here I have, this is a 16-ounce container, which is equal to 2 cups. So I have some corn, frozen green peas, some shrimp up here, and they are all frozen. These can work well for frozen at the end. This is already cooked shrimp, okay, that I had bought at the grocery store, so you can put them in frozen. And here's some chopped or diced onion bulbs, okay? The yellow Spanish onions are my favorite, but it's like tannish brown, so I like to use those. So they're chopped. I'm not using all of this, I'm only using part of it, okay? Don't use too much because it's gonna make your fried rice soggy, and try not to overcook it too. You'll learn as you go, as you practice when you start cooking more. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the heat on and get started now. Okay, for this portion, for the 32 ounce of good for 2 adults, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons, okay? So I'm going to turn the heat on. I'm going to turn on high for now. I need to heat up the oil. Those of you who are new to my channel, I have already done a large portion of fried rice, and it's under I have several playlists. If you go to my playlist on the menu top section of my YouTube channel, on my homepage, click on playlists and click on cooking, and I have already prepared fried rice in a big portion. But someone had requested for me to make a restaurant style shrimp fried rice, so this is what I'm doing. Well, this is my version of shrimp fried rice, so. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna have 2 eggs, okay? Be careful in using too many eggs, it could make your fried rice soggy, but I'm gonna push the fried rice to one side so it doesn't soak into my fried rice too much. Okay, so to test if it's ready, you could put a piece of rice in there. When it starts to sizzle, that's when you can start putting it in. And remember, I always mention to people, this is my favorite spatula. It's silicone, and it goes up to like holding up 400 to 500 degrees in temperature, and it won't burn or melt. This is awesome. It will not scratch your pans, okay? Okay, now you see it's sizzling. I'm gonna zoom up. You can see it's sizzling. Now it's a good time to put the fried rice in. Okay? Alright, let's get started. Alright, I'm gonna put it in. Be careful not to let the fried rice get too hot, it could start popping on you. Alright, the temperature is still on high. favorite soy sauce I like to use, I buy them in big jugs, so then I pour in a pitcher. So here's my Kikkoman brand. It's my favorite brand, Kikkoman. It makes really good soy sauce. So this is the regular soy sauce, okay? I also use the dark soy sauce. It's the Pearl brand, the mushroom flavor, dark soy sauce. This will give your fried rice more of a darker color. Okay, so I use both. And I also will use, while I'm talking, I better make sure I stir it because you don't want it to burn. So the rice is going to start getting a little crispier, okay? Okay, I'm going to turn it down to medium-high now, so I don't want it to start burning the rice. Now it's turned down to medium-high. Okay. And what I also want to show you is my favorite fish sauce again. I've shown this many times in my cooking video, but those who are new to my channel, I always make sure I show the brand, the bottle, whatever, when I have it available. Here's the this is the 3 Crabs brand with the 3 green crabs. Pink label with the white in the bottom. My favorite fish sauce. So we're going to get going with the sauce. Alright, I'm going to zoom in now. Okay, I'm going to drizzle some Kikkoman soy sauce. I'm going to put some of the Pearl brand. Wait, hold on, it's kind of stuck. Okay, this is the Pearl brand dark soy sauce, mushroom flavor. I don't really go by measurements because my portions are always different. And here I'm ready for the fish sauce now. Drizzle some of that on. Be careful not to make it too salty. And stir that good. I want my soy sauce a little more even. Oops, I gotta use that. If you want your fried rice to be more evenly brown, you could add some, I'm drizzling some dark soy sauce on there. I'm gonna stir it again. As you go, you're welcome to always, like, of course, taste test it, okay? If you're new to this. If you're new to cooking fried rice. Alright, I'm going to turn it back up to high now. I'm turning it back up to, it's already turned up to high. I'm going to let it sit a little bit, and then I'm going to stir it again to let it brown a little bit and get crispy. I don't want to add the veggies in yet because they will cook fast, okay? My next step will be the eggs. If I was going to use meat, I normally would make the meat separate because I like to marinate it and brown the meat, you know? And then I put the meat in separately later. But first of all, I want to make my fried rice more prepped up, you know, to give it nice and evenly mixed with the flavoring and to let it get a little crispy. All right, it's starting to get crispy now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and work on the eggs now, okay? All right, the eggs. I love my nonstick pan, so I want to keep it. I'm going to put a little bit of nonstick spray, just any spray you like, you know. Butter, olive oil spray, canola oil spray. I'm going to go ahead and show you. Let me zoom out a bit. Here we go. I'm going to stir this fried rice again. I'm going to put it down to medium-high, okay? Now that it's come to the eggs, I'm going to put it to medium-high. I'm going to push it to one side and push my wok over to one side and spray some nonstick spray in there. And put the eggs in there. All right, there's one egg. 2 eggs. When I usually do the big portion style cooking, I usually cook the eggs separately. Because if you put more than 2 eggs in here, it's going to start making your fried rice very soggy. And you don't want that. So I'm pushing my wok to one side. I want the flame more to the egg side, okay? Because I don't want to burn my fried rice. I don't want to stir it too much, because if I stir too much, the fried rice is going to keep falling and mixing in with the eggs, okay? And I don't want it too wet. So I'm trying to move my fried rice to one side. Just want to flip the eggs a bit like that. So most of the flame is right under the eggs right now. See, the fried rice that's touching it, it's soggy, but you know, it'll eventually start cooking up with the eggs. See, the eggs are starting to be more dry. Now it's getting more cooked. To cook the eggs with the fried rice, it only works well with a small portion, like a large fried rice order. This container I showed you. Any more than that, it's going to be really hard to stir. The fried rice is going to fall right into the eggs, get soggy. It's not going to cook evenly. Okay, now the eggs are more cooked and drying out. I'm trying to break it up now. I'm trying to break up the eggs. Okay, you don't want to overcook the eggs as well either. So now it's pretty bright. Now I'm going to put the wok right back in the center again so it cooks more evenly. Now I'm going to mix the fried rice with the eggs now. Mix it up evenly. And you want to make sure you don't burn your rice when you do the eggs, because it will start burning sitting in one spot. Okay, so this is perfect for the veggies now. The next veggie will be the onions here. Right here. The bulb onions here. I'm going to take some, do 1 tablespoon, 2, 3, 4 scoops, like 4 tablespoons of chopped onion bulbs. Stir that up. You don't want to use too much onions, like I told you, because it's going to make it soggy. So the next one is going to be the shredded carrots. Some shredded carrots here. Give it some nice orange color to it. You know, you be creative. When you cook, you could do whatever you want, okay? And just learn from the first time what you want to do to better it until you're satisfied. That's what cooking is. See how beautiful that looks already? I'm going to zoom in more. Look how colorful that fried rice looks already. And now, here's my broccoli. I'm going to stir that in. Now that I had stirred that in, remember my frozen shrimp? You don't want to overcook the shrimp because they'll start to Seafood will shrink if they get overcooked, and these are already cooked, but they're frozen. And the veggies right here. Put that in. I really love my food with lots of vegetables, so you decide how much veggies you want to put in there, okay? So now, everything's in except for the red bell peppers. I'm going to put it towards the end more, okay? Because they cook very fast, they're already chopped, and I don't want to lose the red color. It's going to turn orange if you overcook it. So here you go. I'm cooking it. Stirring it real nice and pretty. I always advise people when they cook, make sure you have that motivation and drive and love for it, and you put some passion into your cooking. You're going to get really nice results. But hey, don't give up like I did. Don't give up. I mean, I didn't give up, but no matter how much Freddie criticized my cooking when I first started cooking, I made his stomach hurt. It was disgusting. The fried rice was too soggy. The eggs weren't cooked well. I made soup that made his stomach hurt. I used too much seasoning. He was very real to me, but I didn't give up. So over the years, you just learn, and as you go, and you start bettering your sauces, your recipes, and all that. So make sure you put love, put passion into your cooking, put emotions into it, and I tell you, you'll be amazed how you'll decorate your plates, how you'll decorate your food. You'll make effort to pick out good vegetables that go well with certain dishes, and you're going to realize like your sauces are getting better and better. Okay, now I'm going to put some, here you go, some red bell peppers. Sprinkle some over. Give that nice, pretty color. Like I said, restaurants aren't going to put this amount of love and time into their food. Like I said, they don't have time. They have a lot of orders coming in. But this is my restaurant style, home style / restaurant love into my food. It's really hard to find restaurants that make really, really good fried rice. Really good fried rice. Very hard to find that. Sometimes it may look pretty, but then there's not much flavor in it. The way I make my fried rice, my kids love it. So the shrimp are pretty much almost done. You can test it out by putting your spatula against it to feel how soft it is, and you'll know. And these are small shrimps anyway, they cook very fast. Okay, my fried rice is pretty much done, guys. I might add just a little more fish sauce just to make sure. Okay, a little bit of that because I like my little saltier. So I just dashed a little bit of fish sauce in it. If you're a first-time cooker, make sure you check it before you add more sauce or seasoning, whatever you want to put in there, okay? Just to be safe on your end. See how beautiful that green broccoli is? Very beautiful, nice and green. I want to give it a little more color. I'm going to put a little bit more shredded carrots in there. Give it some more color as well. Like I said, cooking and baking is my work of art, guys. I hope I inspire you guys. You know, be confident, be strong, don't give up. And you'd be amazed what you've become over the years without realizing it. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the heat. It's pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. How am I going to do this? Okay. Just to be safe, I'll keep the wok there because it's heavy and hot. So I'm going to go ahead. Here's my pretty plate. I have put in tomato slices on there. So I'm going to get... Alright, we're going to scoop some. Look how beautiful that looks. If you want to use jumbo shrimp, whatever your heart desires, go ahead. You just have to pay a lot more for jumbo shrimp. But for me, I don't really eat shrimp much anyway, so, and plus seafood are expensive, so you decide how much money you're going to put into your food. Here we have it. So I'm going to make 2 plates of this, one for me, one for Freddie. Alright, here's the second plate. to transport my camcorder over to the dishes. Okay, adjust this. Good lighting. Okay, here we have it, guys. Okay, here we have the two beautiful shrimp fried rice. I don't even care to call it restaurant style because restaurants will not put amount of time into this with all these extra goodies. A lot of times the restaurant, when they make it, it's got a lot of rice. There's not much in it. There's not much veggies, not much meat, not much shrimp in there. So I like to make it my way at home. And lastly, you know me, I love to garnish with cilantro. By the way, I always love to dip my veggies, like my tomatoes or cucumber slices, with this delicious egg roll sauce, homemade egg roll sauce. Very yummy. It is garnished with cilantro and some shredded carrots to give it some pretty color. So I like to dip my veggie in here. So I have two, one for me, one for my husband. Okay. And we're going to garnish it with that beautiful cilantro. Almost in every video, I always have cilantro with me. Okay. Put some there. Put some there. Put some right there. People always ask me, how do you know how you want to decorate your desserts or your cakes or your cupcakes or your food? How do you come about realizing how you're going to decorate it? For me, I don't really plan on how it's going to look. I just go. I just go with the flow, how I cook, and I decide at the moment as I'm going, it comes to a finished product like this. So it's like asking a painter, how do you know what you're going to paint? It's going to be hard for them to describe on how they feel about their painting. They just probably say, oh, I just paint as I go, you know. So, alright, I'm in a video, so go ahead and help pack. It's ready. Alright, bye. That was Freddie calling me that he's coming home. Okay, so as you can see, the product from the beginning, from preparing the white jasmine rice to cook it in a pot to get it ready for fried rice to this finished product, do you see how much love and energy and motivation and passion I put into my food? Well, yeah, you gotta deal with the cleaning as well, of course, and the grocery shopping. So I'm gonna zoom in. Isn't that just beautiful? And there's the other twin dish. That is just amazing, you guys. If you guys could learn by looking at other YouTube channels on how to cook certain dishes, and even other websites you can go to on how to cook certain dishes, you could always give it a try. And you know, those videos are out there for free for you to inspire you to really test your skills and learn and to appreciate how you can turn food from scratch into something amazing. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. Take care.